Is it spring? Yes, it is. Still got some snow in the mountains here, and this trail is muck. It's been worn down a little bit over the years. Look at this. Look at how channeled this is. What we're going to do here is we're going to get up on the bottom of the north face slope here. This trail goes up and curves off. We're going to get up on the west or south facing slope, and then we're going to scope across and look for sheds. Might be a little bit low in elevation, but the snow this year was pretty good, so I'm hoping it pushed them down far enough to where sheds are a little bit lower. One of the things I love about doing this is the beautiful country. What's that, Allie? Allie found a really cool acorn. She thinks it's the perfect acorn. And now she's having second thoughts. Her environmentalist self is kicking in. Really cool. That's a pretty big one from what I've seen too, but yeah. Anyway, now she's debating on whether or not to keep it. Getting up in here a little bit. There's the valley down below, pretty cool scene. Plateaus up here. Anyway, awesome country. A couple more 100 feet and go skiing. Backcountry skiing. Zoomed in a little too much there, but that's what's up there. So we should be, this area here had a bit of snow before, so hoping we're going to start getting into areas. So we're going to scout this north facing slope here and see what we can see. Okay, so we started over in this area here, come along kind of across the canyon, stopped and looking for some deer and sheds actually over here on this ridge here, and scoped over the other side. And we're coming up around this edge here. It'll put us up into the top here. We'll come down through, but I want to show us almost the snow line here. I wanted to show this view of the valley. So, okay, hiking up along here. This is, if you can read that, part of the Great Western Trail that goes up and down the Rockies between Colorado and Utah. This is part of the Utah section. But hang on. Switchbacks here as we come up through this canyon here. There's a cactus. Where's the cactus?
Cacti.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yep. Batch right there, but we go for a while here. We're getting some pretty good elevation gain. That Mountain Ops drink is helping. One of the things I like about Mountain Ops, and I think the one that I'm using is Enduro. And one of the reasons I like about it is it's kind of an energy jolt, like an energy drink without, doesn't have any caffeine in it. I'm not paid or sponsored by them at all, but it doesn't have any caffeine in it or anything. And no, sometimes some of the other stuff that are in energy boosters, that's kind of where we came up from right there. But it's got a boost without the junk. I'm not saying the other stuff is junk, caffeine's junk, but sometimes the energy drinks and stuff, they put a bunch of junk into it, and stuff's just not good for you. I think one of them in the past, what's that? Oh, we can shed some, yeah, if you want. But taurine is one of the ones that's in a lot of energy drinks too, and very into drinks that have got that. You should check out what they are. Really not very good for you. So I like stuff that are a little more amino acids than some of the other stuff. It's good for you, and that Enduro's got clean stuff and gives you a good boost, replacing mineral stuff. So anyway, beautiful area here. Switch back, come around the corner, and look what you come to. Still heading up a little bit more up in there, but this is a pretty scene here. Let's see here. Got some scat. This right here's got more moisture in it versus that right there. So this has been broken up a little bit.
That's because I just
but that's dry. If it was fresh, it'd be pretty wet. I mean, it's probably a couple days old is my guess, or it actually might have, with the snow that we've got this past week, it might have actually softened up. It might be from a while ago, but anyway.
I gotta get to the top of one of these mountains.
Cool view coming around this corner. We're gonna get up a bit here more, and then we're gonna cut off down through this area here, back down to the trail. Get off the trail a bit here and see if we can see some sheds. But we've started to breach the snow line here. It's kind of nice because it cools it off a little bit, but getting into more snow. Pretty cool. Love spring hikes. Hey, yeah, you come right around the corner and definitely get the snowpacks right in the trailway that we're picking up a little bit deeper each time. So goodness, this is got a little patch to go through before it gets broken up more over there, but won't be long before, if we keep doing a hike like this, we'd have to bring snowshoes and pack them in, then put them on. But in some sense, it's actually kind of nice to have the snow here, because some of these areas in the channel, the snow are pretty deep, and the snow drifts here filled them in. So after you get done with those channels, then it like starts to shoot up more, make it harder to hike. But this way, not so much. Josh got a little hot there, took off his sweat jackets in a tank top. Anyway, we are starting to get into some elk track there. There's a couple along the edge here. First elk sign we've seen. It's good size. Yeah, this is where keeps going like this, where you need to start getting the snowshoes. But yeah, anyway, doesn't look like anybody's probably been up about as far as anybody's been, because I don't see any tracks of people. But oh, there's a little bit of tracks up there. Pretty, but now we're into snow line on the north slope, so tracking through the snow still. It's been a fair distance, but kids over here, sorry, I'm whacking the branches out of the way so the camera's flying around like crazy. Yeah, that's 193 right there. Highway 193 is right there, kind of swooping around here and goes straight out there. That's Hill Air Force Base.
Telling everybody where it is.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's okay. Yes, look at this. Kids found a older bunny trail. I can't see what you can see, but there's some prints right along here. Up there, it looks like they go a little bit up in here. Must have bumped that thing. It's actually a lot cooler, obviously. Just walking through the snow. Feels nice. And we're on the ground again.
It feels so good.
It was getting kind of hot there for a bit. Open fields down there. Makes me kind of curious because there's not really any trails up around this area. So up around here, this is about some trails way down further, but this stretch through here is pretty trail free except for the one that we go, and it's supposed to cut way up in there across the mountain. Show you, hopefully we'll plan on getting there. So we are still in the snow, not complaining, but we are still in the snowpack. Supposedly this trail is supposed to switch down. We're kind of, it's obvious we're on the north facing slope, and this is supposed to switch back around to the south facing slope again. At least that's what the Onyx maps are saying. So somebody was up here earlier and they're falling in occasionally, but it's like there's only been one other group before us. So, but yeah, with this going, this would be good to have some backcountry skis or snowshoes walking up through here. We have snowshoes, but just didn't bring them here. I didn't think the trail would be getting into this snow. Here in the future, I'll bring snowshoes. Yeah, there's a couple spots you can see that whoever came up here before us, their foot, yeah, look at that with the alley. Somebody's foot sunk way down in there. So, anyway, it's fun stuff. We have hit the spot here where the, yeah, there's some tracks up to this part right here, this turn here, and then they turn around and go back. So, this is, whoa, that tipped over there. This isn't the, not bragging or anything, but this is where the last people turned around. This is first tracks of the spring up this snow right here. So we know that no one has been up to this part shed hunting. So hopefully that means, unless they were just tracking, unless they climbed straight up the slope. And what I usually try to do, and I don't know if this says anything yet, but I usually try to hike up the trail so far and then cut across and come back down through the areas that don't have snow. Yeah, it looks like, I think Josh's following the right way, but let me get him. Okay, I'll check the Onyx Max and make sure where the trail goes, because before. Okay, we just did our last switch back here. And this one, according to the Onyx maps, takes us around the front. We'll hit the south facing slope. And we're just coming around from the north facing slopes now. Coming around. We're still kind of northwest. And this is going to work across the face. And go around to the south face slope. We'll see what we can do for sheds from there. Anyway. Alright, so we've hit, let's switch back here. Take some more back to this north face and up further. So now we're going to start bushwhacking our way across, because Onyx map shows the canyon's just over here. So we're going to start going over there, get to more of the south slope facing stuff and the western facing stuff out of the snow, and start going down and combing through for some sheds and get out of the snow a little bit. So, but there's no tracks up around here at all. There's no animals here, so I'm kind of answering my own question about whether or not the animals are going to stay on the north facing slope, because there's just no tracks over here. So that's where we're going. Look at the view though. Very nice view up here. I'm going to get out of the snow, but it should get easier here after we break trail. That's where we're going, over there more. Over here. Okay, first good sign is we've gotten back here. We got some elk track here. It's got a little bit of snow in it. It's either, I think it's an elk. That's pretty big and rounded. I guess it could be a huge deer, but I'm pretty sure it's an elk coming up through here. So we're starting to get the track. Snow's starting to thin out a little bit, but it came right through here. My guess is there might be a bed or something in there, but this is looks like elk, and it looks like it's heading back up. So that trail cuts back over here, comes up on that peak there, and then where the pine, it keeps going across over here because it ends up on a peak up here that's kind of more got a sheer face, and then you're right over next to those pine trees that just got snow on yesterday. It snowed through here yesterday, and it still got snow. So we're working our way right back in here, and then we're going to drop down through. Okay, we've got to the other side now. Snow's mostly out of the snow, running into some deer and elk track here, through here. So we're just working on spreading apart. Josh is going to go over in that area. Allie's going to be down here, and we're going to start coming down and combing through this area here. So anyway, this is fun. Yeah, running into that's pretty fresh. I mean, it could be still kind of fresh because of the snow, but could also be fairly fresh. So starting to run in the tracks. Hopefully that means we're gonna run into some sheds as we work down here, but keep you updated. Lots of good country here, lots of sign, fresh bed in there. That's been definitely dug up. In fact, this bed here has been moved today. Yep, I got fresh tracks from today right here. I got dirt on top of the snow. Yeah, if you want to come over really quick. But hopefully we find in sheds in here. We got lots of good sign. But this area right here, we got lots of poop and the dirt on top of the snow, the poops on top of the snow. Some fresh tracks right through here. Got deer poop there, but some of the poop we're seeing is elk. Lots of cool country through here. This seems like a really good area. In fact, it is a really good area in a lot of ways. So we're seeing tons and tons of track. And but no sheds. We got the three of us coming down through the side of this mountain here, coming down like this. And I don't know if I'm thinking two things. One, either the bulls and the bucks were higher than this when they shed, because we're seeing tons of track and no shedding or anything up here, or they were maybe down lower with the snowpack, or they were up in here. But it just seems like without seeing any sheds, it looks like they weren't here during shed time. And so we did jump a blue grouse as we're going along, but they either weren't here or the cows and the does and stuff separated out. And so it's kind of weird, because I've seen them a lot in the winter where they seem to kind of be together, grouping together in the winter, but especially the elk. But there's tons of animal sign. There's either no bulls and bucks in this area, or they shed lower. We'll keep working it though. Anyway. Comes Josh, being a good Samaritan, pulling out the trash he found. He's gonna get stung because there's bees in that can. Oh, I'm kidding. There are bees in the can, but wasps in the can. But
there was one, and I took it out of the water.
He got rid of it a little bit. He got a little nervous when he was doing that and first found out that there was bees in there. But good guy. Pulling, is it a Coke can or beer can, or what is it? Pepsi can. Sprite. Someone left their can in the... It looked like someone was shooting it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, someone was shooting it.
It's really heavy
Josh keeps getting caught up in his photography. Josh is a photography slash video guy. He likes to do photography and video. Anyway, everywhere he goes.